the best performance for soybean rust in the market, so they tend to push their portfolio down the throat of the dealerships. So what happened was a lot of Syngenta dealerships got a high inventory like myself. I got, for example, out of my total revenue, I got like 30% of my revenue was in the stock, So that was a lot.
I see.
So what happened was, it's still they try to push, like Syngenta, BASF, and Bayer, they still try to push their whole portfolio because they have some solutions. But since Syngenta fungicide got weaker in terms of technical performance, they weren't able to do the same in this crop season. So their portfolio got weaker, and then Bayer became leader because Bayer had a second solution, but in general, it's a solution that's been in market for about 10 years. So what happened was, since the portfolio got for all the companies got weaker to the fungicide market, they had difficulties to push their portfolio. So, and besides that, three big companies, we have the other companies. In my case, I see them more flexible. For example, if you end up with inventory for Syngenta, Bayer, and BASF, for example, they tend to negotiate the terms, and then you pay for in the next crop season or something like that. But there are other companies like UPL, FMC, Arista. No, Arista is not like that. Arista negotiate also the terms, but they don't push you the inventory as much as the other three do. But for example, UPL, Down the Pond, what else? New Farm, these kind of companies, they don't push you the sales. They don't try to pressure for purchase, but once you purchase, you have to buy it by the end of the crop season, or you have to pay by the end of the crop season. They do not negotiate the terms. So what they do actually is better for the company, because you have some sort of invoice there that's staying in the system. For example, usually around June, companies have these campaigns to sell for the next crop season that starts in October, September, until March in the next crop season. The next year, I mean. So they try to I don't know how to tell it in English, but they kind of take requests. So I don't know what's the word that stays in the system. For example, my dealership has a certain amount of requests for that product, and that product. So, for example, I do that in June, and by September, for example, I have to decide if I'm gonna get the whole volume or just part of it, and then I can ask to be delivered as much as I want. They are more flexible about that. So that's interesting, because you end up buying just what you think you're gonna sell closer to the timing where the market when the market happens. So this is better. It's more. I think is just, and then, but it's a different way to behave, So I can tell you by my own example, I end up stopping with Syngenta because of this inventory levels and this whole portfolio pushing in, etc. So I decided to go for a smaller company like New Farm, UPL, FMC. I believe it stay the same, but I exchanged Syngenta for a bunch of like 3 solutions, like New Farm, UPL, and another one. So